Hey everyone, I'm really excited to have you here today. Looking forward to learning as much as we can. My name is Faith Agbola, and yeah, this is the scholar's life with AFM Stories. I am AFM Stories, by the way. So essentially, what I do is I'm very passionate about helping young people to get connected to their dreams, especially around educational opportunities. I believe that a lot of young people are yearning for more, and so it's important for me to, obviously, I want a scholarship. I'm trying to help as many more people to win scholarships because I believe that they are amazing opportunities. So I have a YouTube channel which has about a couple of content around chevening because I want chevening, and I also have like my scholarship story series where I interview scholars across different boards and all, people that want MasterCard, people that want Commonwealth, and people that want chevening. As an offshoot of that, I decided to do this live so that a few of you can actually ask questions in real time, and I won't just ask questions of what I think, but maybe ask questions that you have asked. So today, I have a specialist scholar. Yes, so she won the Erasmus Mundus scholarship this year, and she also won the Chevening scholarship. I know we've talked a lot about the Chevening scholarship, so today we're going to be focusing on the Erasmus Mundus scholarship. However, I believe that some people still have some questions around Chevening, which we will still answer. I'm going to ask her a couple of questions that I have, and then I'm going to ask some questions that you guys sent while you were filling the form. And then if you have any further questions, please feel free to ask, and we're going to answer you guys. So, Chinanza, how are you doing today? I'm really excited to have you here. How are you doing? Like, what is happening?
I'm good. Hello, everyone. I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah, it's good to know that you're good and fine. I know that studying a master's degree abroad is not easy. Like, I know you're really busy, assignments and stuff. So we're really grateful that you made out time, to come and speak to us today. And I'm sure that we are going to learn a whole lot from you. So looking forward to it. So I guess we'll just go straight into it. People can join later. And then, by the way, this video is going to be on YouTube. So for you guys to watch and replay in case you want to note down some germs and stuff like that. So the first question I'm going to be asking you is, do you think that anybody can win a scholarship?
Yes, anybody can win a scholarship because once you put your mind to it and once you work towards it, I believe that you can win a scholarship. It's not just like anybody, like you just wake up and have the scholarship. No, but you have to work towards it, believe that this is what you want and pursue it. Then it's possible.
Because some people believe that they are disadvantaged. So people that believe that, if you don't have a first class, you can't win a scholarship, or you're not like as big as some people, so you can't win it, or you're not as smart. Like some people believe that it's for a special sect of people. So I want you to talk about that. Like, do you think anything can really limit you from winning a scholarship?
Well, just like me, I didn't make the first class. I made 2-1, 4.0, because sometimes I will always ask, like, I believe that 2-1 differ.
Yeah.
First class differ from 2-1, then 2-1 differ from 2-1. Like, there are stages of 2-1. So when I saw that I'm at this middle stage of 2-1, like there are 4.4 people applicants, there are 3.8, 3.5 applicants. I now know my stand, and then had to know what to actually do to
boost up yourself.
The first class graduate. Now, one other thing I can say is that because I feel that no matter where which grade you get, the only thing you should do is to know which grade you have and what to do. What you can do is to search for the opportunities that fit you.
Exactly.
Like you can't make a third class and be wasting your I'm sorry to say, but not really. Don't put all your hope in scholarships like Commonwealth. At a point, I got so discouraged with Commonwealth. I was like,
I know you tried them several
did.
She's applied for quite a number of scholarships, yeah.
So I tried as much as possible. Okay, I kept trying, even though I saw people winning with 3 points. But the kind of course I wanted, everybody wanted it, and
it was competitive.
I didn't know what to do again. So I had to, even though I continued trying, I never stopped. the common
resilience.
Yes. So the only thing is to improve. You know that maybe you don't have a research publication. You can not just academic publications. Any publication that it's really good for the society or for anything.
Okay, so you should write a publication around the course that you want to study to boost up your maybe academic deficit.
Not just like what you want to apply for, what you want. You can, like me, I was doing my passion and everything about food security, food safety, and I was doing it just because I like to do this. Like even at the time I published in the newspaper, I had nothing in mind. I was just trying to push myself, because the only thing that can push you to doing whatever you want to do, it's your passion and what you really want, like the future you want for yourself. So that was it. And I found out that this could help me when I put it here. It could help when I put it here. So I was just putting them. And then I had a lot of courses. So if you know...
I'm sorry that I'm cutting you, but can you be specific? So, because I know that there are some people here that maybe they believe that their course is not their course, but like their grades are not enough, or they feel like they are disadvantaged. Like, what specific things did you say that you did that complemented you? So like you said publications, did you have like work experience in the food space?
I need work experience, you get.
So you have to know the one that fits where you currently are.
You have to know the one that fits,
so that you don't just go and be wasting time on applications.
You can, from that, you can engage in online courses.
Did you fill all of this in your Erasmus application though?
Yeah, not
wow.
all. Whenever I see a particular course that fits into the courses I've done, I can select 5 or 4 and put for the application in my CV for the scholarships that require some CV submission.
So that shows that you're actually making efforts beyond your undergraduate degree, and it can really be free online courses. Just let them know that this person is dedicated to learning, this person is going the extra mile. Like, this person is not just studying this course because of it's a fully funded scholarship, but they're actually interested in this course. For Erasmus though, like for the essays, were you able to like tie the courses in it as well?
You have to. I really did that because I can't leave my online courses to waste. What are they there for? So I have to there anyhow, like whatever it will give to me. Like if it will give me 1 point, no problem. 1 point, I can use 1 point to cross someone. Like
you have to try everything that will give you an edge.
And one of the things about this scholarship with apart from Chevening, all other scholarships you compete with everyone in different countries that are valid, that are eligible for that particular course. You get, but because it's you and your country people. Now, you can't come and be telling me that you are competing with Philippines. Oh my God, those people are so good. You can't say you are competing with them and you're not ready.
Yeah.
Like they used to have 20 online courses on Residency.
Wow.
So you better.
So that means you say that online courses really help?
I think it helped.
And publications and work experience.
As class people, they have this edge, like flexible. They don't even care. So, but me, I'm not. So you may not be a first class graduate. So you have to know what to do, find out what to do to increase your chances or to
Okay. So let's talk about your journey to getting selected for Erasmus. I want, because I know that a lot of people here are trying to find out about Erasmus. There are kind of number of questions around it, and obviously it's a 2-year master. Let me not even talk. I think you're the one that won the scholarship, so you're the one that let us know.
No, anybody can talk about
I think the first thing we should even talk about is like, what is Erasmus Mundus? Because the funny thing is, I was even before this year, I did not even know about the scholarship. That's like the weirdest thing, as amazing as it is. So I was too focused on cheering, but like seeing that, okay, there's something as beautiful as Erasmus, 2 years master's degree in different countries. Like there's so much amazing things around it. So before we even get into the basic parts of it, you have won Erasmus. Tell us, what are the benefits? What is the scholarship about? Who is doing the scholarship? And, how is it basically? Before we now even get into the how.
Okay. I will say that I will start by saying that Erasmus Mundus joint master's degree, it's like a prestigious courses. Like there are a lot of Erasmus Mundus joint master's degree. We are not talking about the scholarship now. That's the course itself.
Okay.
Yes, it's prestigious and it's like a course that have been integrated, like how will I put it? All their courses are integrated to sustainable development. You know how most of the UK courses are. We always say when applying for achievement that most of their courses are linked to sustainable development and all that. Yeah. So these courses are also linked to sustainable development. Every year you keep on seeing new Erasmus Mundus.
Yeah, they are very creative actually.
Exactly.
Like I really like them.
And
they don't sound like the normal course. Yeah, like there's one digital leadership.
You see, their acronyms are they're so sweet, like EMIS, this, like HIPS. You can even see HIPS. Like I don't know the full meaning, but there is HIPS. So you see that it's a joint master's degree that is offered by nothing less than it's a joint master's degree that is offered by not less than, but at least 2 countries
in Europe. Wow.
Yes, at least 2 countries in the Europe.
So you study in 2 different universities in 2 different countries.
Yes, and at least 2 countries in Europe.
Wow.
So you can study.
And all of this is fully funded. They are paying for all your travels to these countries, your stipend, your living, accommodation.
Yeah. Okay, the scholarship itself, it's a fully funded scholarship. It pays your tuition.
Tuition, okay.
It pays for your insurance, your health insurance and other insurance. You don't need to. I have a card. Where is my card? That card can take you to anywhere in Europe. Show it, and then even if you paid any bill for any sickness or any accident, you will. So far, that accident was incurred in Europe. You will get your money back. Like you will get your money back easily. Yeah, because they are not going to send the money immediately to the doctors when they are treating you. After the treatment, you can send them, or you can send to your program coordinator. They will help you because these are the people that brought you to here. Now, the scholarship is not like Chevening, or it's more like Commonwealth.
Okay.
It's more like Commonwealth because there are different courses. Then you apply directly to the course.
Oh, so they give you the courses that you have to apply to.
Yes, there is a catalog.
Okay.
I will share the catalog later. Maybe I'll share it after talking now. Then there is this catalog. If you want to read more about Erasmus Mundus, you can read about it. I will send you a link to read about the whole thing because I can't explain everything there. Yeah. So if you want to, what was I saying? If you want to apply, you apply directly to the schools, the courses that are in the catalog, the Erasmus Mundus catalog. Okay, so when you go to the website, you apply directly to each course because someone will be like, can I use the same SOP for this? I said, someone asked me one day, can I use the same SOP to apply for the Erasmus Mundus courses. I said, have you even gone to the website to read about this scholarship? Oh my God. Sorry, I'm having a lot of messages. Have you even gone to the website? Because if you have gone to the website, you will know that each course is independent of the other. And you're not doing anything on this particular website where you find Erasmus Mundus scholarship. It's like the educational website for Europe, like European Commission. They have a lot of information. So when you get here, you will get lost if you don't really know what you came for. If you don't know what you are searching for, you will so get lost on this.
So it's best you first decide on what course, because I have a friend that has like interest in the digital industry, creativity. So we had to first search for things that were related to that. So we found something about digital leadership, creative something. So I feel like you said, because it's actually a lot. Like I've gone through the website, so you have to know what is it you want to do, and then look for what is related.
Exactly. So now the course is when you get the particular course you want, you click on it. I'm just trying to give a guide because a lot of people get lost on that very website.
Yeah, trust me. It will even help if you guys are on the site now, so that maybe if you have specific questions, you can just drop them in the chat box so that she can answer. Okay. Can you just drop the link to the official website?
I want to do that right now.
Okay.
So, okay,
so that's it.
Erasmus the website and the link directly leading you to the Erasmus Mundus degree, the page for it. Because if you leave this page, you are lost.
Thank you.
Then the second one, as you are reading that particular website, you will still see this highlights taking you to the catalogs, where you will see all the Erasmus Mundus courses. Now I will just share it so it will be easy for you. Okay, this is it, leading to the catalog. When you open this catalog, you will see a lot of courses. So you check the one that relates to what you want to do. Like me, food, agriculture. So when I come, I look at agriculture, food security, food, agriculture. So that's it. But if you are just like digital, whatever, you can look at creation, this,
yeah.
I don't know, but that's. So
I get you.
One after the other. One of the things I want to advise us is this. When you want to start your scholarship journey, you must learn how to read. You must learn to be patient. If you don't have these virtues,
you might be frustrated.
You will just be frustrated, and you will frustrate the person that you asked to mentor you. Yeah, because you will use loads of questions to finish the person, and it's not right because they have other things to do. Now, this is the link to them. So they are independent. I want to tell us that if you click on this link, you will see the courses, and when you click on each course, it will take you to another site showing the course information. So you read it and know whether it suits you. Once it suits you and you like it, you look at the top right side of the the page. You will see coordinator. That shows the coordinating school. Once you see coordinator, under it, you will see the name of the school that is coordinating the course. You note it, you write it down. Have a book, please. It's not. Yeah, have a book. I have a book. I had a book. 2018 book, 2017 book, 2020 until my 2020 book was half because on the way, I said I've already made it. No need. So have a book, and then when you write out the school name, and then write out the course. Click on the very link because you will see a link in that under the school name, the coordinating school name. Click on the link, it takes you to the school website. When it takes you to the school website, what next? When it takes you to the school website, what you will do is, because it will just show you the school website, and you will still be lost, like, oh, what should I do? I thought you could just lead me
Someone actually even talked about information overload. So I'm very happy that you're doing
because
this.
It will just lead you to the school website, and you just be looking. Sometimes it will speak the language of the country, like Spanish, French. So what you will do is just to use your Google Translate, like click on the translate to English. So it translates to English so that you can understand and read easily. Then the next thing is check by the right or the left or under to see where they said postgraduate courses or postgraduate masters or postgraduate whatever. You click on it because it's postgraduate you came for, right? Then when you get there, they can tell you search for the course you want. Don't waste your time. You can just say type Erasmus Mundus. As you are typing Erasmus Mundus, it will just bring out the course, or you type the name of the course you saw on the Erasmus Mundus, the European Union website. Yeah. So either you type the course or the Erasmus Mundus. So it takes you. You can see the course itself, and then when you read it, you now know what to do. At this point, you may still be confused what to do because it will just take you, it will bring out the course, you click it. Be patient enough to read. Just gingerly read it. Don't come to your mentor's message and say, hey, I do not see anything there. I didn't know. Don't do that, please.
But you know that size can be confusing, sharp.
That's why I'm giving this detail.
Yeah, we're grateful.
How you can migrate from till you get what you want. At this point in the school website, when you found the course, you still did not see anything about because they don't want to expose it. They may want just the people that know to apply because before Nigerians don't really apply for this.
Yeah.
Just 10, 15, 5 people, 10. It's our set that broke the whole record. Even the set before was 40. They broke record, like they were feeling like, yeah, we crossed 40 because before it was 20 something or so that got the scholarship. So Nigeria didn't really apply. It was when things became so bad that we had to start looking for other opportunities and started applying. Yeah. So another thing is that when you get to that the school website and find a course, and if it doesn't say anything, it will surely say something about how to apply for Erasmus Mundus and how to apply for the scholarship. But just in case you didn't see, try to find an email of the school, international department, international, whatever. Get an email, send a message. I am this, I'm from Nigeria, I want to know if I'm eligible for the course, and then I want to apply for the Erasmus Mundus, mention the name of the course, say all these things. You want to know the application process, you couldn't find any direct application process online, you have read about the course and you are so interested in it, just say something sweet before you say what you want to say. Then as you are doing that, also if you find that there is an English requirement, maybe at this stage you have already sent an email that you want to apply and they give you a guide on how to apply for the scholarship and the masters, because as you are applying for the masters, you are applying for the scholarship. On the website, on the web application website, there will be an indication if you want to self-fund yourself. There is no need doing the part where they said if you want to apply for the scholarship, there are other things you will do. But if you are applying for just want the course and you don't want to be funded or you don't want to apply for the scholarship, your own application is going to be simpler, like it will be easier than those people that want to apply for the scholarship. So you do other things.
So are you saying that it's not all the courses that require the English requirements? Are there courses that require English? Because somebody was talking about
all the scholarship,
a letter from your school.
Almost all the courses will require English test because you know that it's not just Nigerians that are applying for the course. A lot of countries, a lot of people coming from different countries that they don't even speak English. So there should be English requirements. But now, because you saw it on the website, let it not scare you. You are a Nigerian, what you should do is to send a message or an email to them explaining your situation, that you are a Nigerian, that you studied from all my UK universities apart from Oxford.
I didn't write English tests actually, even for Germany. I just sent my WAEC
email. Exactly. So, but before you write this email, check the requirements. Your country may be exempted and you won't know if you don't search. Some of the Erasmus Mundus courses that have the UK as their first mobility country and the UK as the coordinating school, you don't really have a problem. So far, it's not Oxford that is sponsoring it. What you should do is to write an email. Tell them that you are a Nigerian and that from primary to university level you studied and was assessed in English. Whether you should provide any Ielts or that your WAEC. I stated what I had in my WAEC and provided you will have to buy your WAEC card. 1,000 naira. I don't know how much it will be. So just all these things are what you should keep ready. Sometimes they will ask you to get a letter from your university showing that you have an English proficiency, that you were assessed in English. So this one you have to ask for your school. Ask your school. If it's UNN, it's easy. It's very easy. 5,000 naira, just pay it online and you get it. So that's it. And whatever they tell you as you send the email to those schools, you can now use it, because some people will ask me, should I send an email? Do I need to submit English test? I can't give you an administrative advice.
So it depends on the school.
Depends on the school. Just ask. And before you ask, check the website. Don't go and
ask.
Check the website, because schools like Glasgow has a lot of Erasmus Mundus courses that it's coordinating, and their first mobility country, UK. On their website, I think Nigeria was listed too as people that should provide their WAEC and NECO. So if you want to apply and you go to Glasgow and be asking them this question, that question, you will see that you are the one you were not able to read the information online. You understand? So, but if you doubt it, still send an email to them, and whatever they tell you, do it.
There's a question for you before we continue. She says, let me just read that out. I'm currently applying for AFEPA and I was asked to pick the first choice of study. Am I on the right track on the AFEPA site?
Okay, on the AFEPA, I applied for AFEPA.
Okay,
AFEPA, I think you just, because I don't know anything,
school. Okay.
It's not just, the school, like the countries you want to go through. You will just see that these three countries are countries that are offering the AFEPA. So you can just choose randomly the one you like most, the one you want to go and visit first, whatever. But if they provided what those courses we actually do, like what they will teach you,
then you can choose based on that.
Check what you want, your career path, and then click.
Okay.
So
let's go back to the application process. So once we do all of that, what are like the documents they might need to send apart from email? So I don't know. I know that I've seen something like reference, I've seen transcripts. What documents did you send when you were applying? Like what were the things people need?
The courses I applied for were so easy, like AFEPA, Food ID. They were so easy to apply for, so I didn't have any issue getting extra documents. But generally, in Erasmus, sometimes you have your references, 2, 3, 1.
And they have to be academic, or is it academic and professional?
It will be in the website what you should submit. Sometimes academic, sometimes people where you work or work experience, like wherever you're working, you can get.
What if your first degree is not related to the course you want to study? Would that affect you?
You have to prove it. It will not, but prove that what you actually doing, like your work experience now is this, and base everything on that.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I get you.
Everything on that, and then try to put, if there is any link, create the link. If there is none, focus on your work experience, what you can do, and what you can give, and what you want, and what you want to do in the future.
Okay, so we're back to documents. Sorry for cutting you. So you said you sent transcripts.
Transcripts. Sometimes your essays, different kinds of essays. Essays are different. Someone will tell me, please, can you send me your essay? My own course is different from what they asked you. There is this very course, know-how or now. They asked up to 4 questions. So how can your essay now help you?
How many questions was yours?
Mine was just 1.
Wow. Okay, so the different courses have different essays.
Exactly. That's why I said every course is independent of the other.
Wow.
Because
so what would you advise people?
One course have the people coordinating it. All universities are different from the other departments.
So they all have different independent selection criteria.
Exactly.
So what would you say helped you? Because I know that you got yours in your first try. So what would you? I know that you got the Erasmus
documents, because there are a lot of documents. Proof of residency. That one is very important. Why they request for that one is because sometimes they want to really know where you live. Because the transportation allowance is calculated based on where you are going to travel from.
So what would you send as proof of residence?
You can send a letter from your work, a letter from your boss, like from your workplace, a letter from the local government you are in, like, or if you are in your hometown, you get a letter from your Igwe and all that. Now, if you get a letter from your Igwe, you know you went to the village, right? It's going to be far.
The local government is best, Abby. But is that going to be easy?
Anywhere. If you're working in any local government in Lagos, let me say in Lagos State, you're working maybe in Ajebule or anywhere, or Banana Island or Lekki, wherever you're working, get proof of residency from that very local government.
Okay.
You understand? So now I'm going to send something because I don't really know everything. And my set, the Erasmus Mundus Scholars 2020, prepared a handbook.
Okay.
Giving a full information on what you should do, how you will do it, how you will get this, even this residence proof, and whatever. So I will just send it now. It's on the Erasmus Mundus Nigerian Facebook page. So
I think I even have it. I'll also send it to you guys via email.
Exactly. So on the link, it will just take you directly to the place, and then you download the handbook. Everything is there. Even the questions for every course, all the courses we won this year is there. So you can use it. So
it's the school that is actually choosing and not European Union. So they just fund it.
Exactly. The school and the partner countries together, they choose.
Is Nigeria going to be like the Nigerian embassy? Are they going to be involved in the selection? Because, so it's just the universities that are involved. So it's best to research about the universities and maybe research scholars that have attended that particular university.
Exactly, because they do it. This one, it's not the one you will come for interview and see someone you know, like maybe someone you know that knows someone. Time, wow. And from there, eye contact, and from there, the person, it will influence the person's score. No. European Union in Nigeria doesn't have anything to do with that. European Union in any.
So your interview was online, Abby?
Everything is online. You will have your interview. Sometimes you don't have it based on your essay. And sometimes after reading it, you will upgrade, like they will remove some bring some to interview stage, and then remove some, and then like that. Like courses like Residency, they I don't know the full name, please. Residency, we just call the courses. They're so sweet when you call them like that. So Residency has this critical process. They did video, they did a lot of things, even they had to on YouTube, and then like different things. So it depends.
But you know that this thing can actually be scary for people listening. And I know that you've had interactions with like Erasmus scholars. What would you advise somebody that wants to apply for Erasmus and the person is like, hey, God, this is a lot. Where will I start from? God, can I make
from
it?
Somewhere, because we all started from somewhere and then ended up getting it. So you just have to start from somewhere. Like, start from reading the course. Then one very important thing, when you're applying for any course, any Erasmus course, please, just like any other scholarship, ensure you read the modules. Go through it. Check what they have there, because it will be based. That's what will base your what am I calling it? The motivational letter or the SOP.
Yeah.
So whatever they ask you to write, that's where you have to make some linkages, and so find out what the course is all about before applying. I will always tell people, don't go just see scholarship and jump into application. For example, this Erasmus, I know I tried it once, but all the 2 years I tried it before the third night, I had opened application, like I've read about it, tried to apply for the first time, I would drop back.
You were scared.
I tried to apply for the second time. Why was I scared? I was scared because they said that 2 Nigerians cannot be taken from more than 2.
So you were like, where will I start from?
I was like, honestly, where will I start from?
Which kind of competition is that?
First class everywhere. Me, I'm second class. The second class of second class. Like 4.4 people. For me, I'm on 4.4. You want me to be the best? Let me not forget it and face others. So the third time I said, I have every document. There is no need postponing. Let me just apply. And I applied. Look at me.
But you know, we've not finished breaking down the document. So because I know that I tend to see questions. People ask a lot about the best kind of, is it CV they ask for? Like a summary of...
CV you should submit for Erasmus is you have to do it through Europass.
What's Europass?
Europass is I think I will just browse and get the link so that you just look at it. It's a template like Europass CV, because Europass has a lot of things, and that Europass is still coming from that website I'm talking about. It has a link to
okay.
So that's why I said that website has a lot of things about European Union, so you can.
So you just need to actually dig in. Many people ask these questions. I see them on group chats. That's why I'm even asking.
It's a template that you will use to form your CV. Most of this, I noticed also that most of this, like will I say UN organizations and all these NGOs, they also use that format. Like if people submit their CV with that Europa format. If you finish doing that, like if you go to this website, maybe you have to register. I think I remember I registered. The person from AFEPA should know this too, because on the AFEPA website where you are registering, there is a link where you will upload your CV. They said use the Europa method, and they provided the Europass link. So the AFEPA, if you have the Europa directly from your website, you can share it here. Because I remember that's where I did mine. I did it from there, and then it will give you the template. You just add information. They will ask you a lot of things. You will put a lot of things. That's where I put all the things I had in my CV before, like my normal CV now. And then I put it there.
Is it like a special arrangement or something?
It's a special arrangement, and it will even put your picture, it will put a lot of beautiful things like your number, your phone number, your LinkedIn, your whatever. It will give this icon, like it's not going to be like phone number, it will give icon of phone, like phone, all those things, but you have to put it and then create it. Now, my advice to you, when you create it, when you finish putting your information and creating the CV with the template, please save with Microsoft. That's what I did. Honestly, okay. I didn't know. So first of all, I saved with PDF, and the spaces were so much, and it was giving me like 6 pages with all my online courses on. Let me go and reduce this before they get tired of reading my CV. So what did I do? I had to save in Microsoft. Like when you're applying for scholarships, you have to be thinking with your head, your eyes, your nose, everything. Like, Then I saved on Microsoft, and then I had to reduce the space, compress it, and then I had a beautiful Europa method CV, like Europa template with everything they require. Like it was just like that, and it's beautiful anyway. Because a friend of mine, achievement scholar, previous achievement alumni, so he told me about Europa. One day we were talking about UN jobs and NGO jobs. He said something about, he sent me Europa CV template. I didn't even understand what he was saying. But it was later when I started reading about Erasmus again. For the third time, I said, this Europa is true. This was what he was actually telling me. Oh wow, so then I'm going to keep my CV like this, because I know I'm interested in all these NGOs, UN. So that was it.
Wow, that's so useful.
Save, and then that's what we use and apply for Erasmus scholarship and courses.
Okay, another question. Tips for letter of motivation. So I kept saying that, how to write a good letter of motivation. I have an answer to this, but I want you to answer first.
Please, you should answer.
No, because I live in Erasmus. I have experience with like general scholarships. Yes, I've helped people, but I want you to talk about from an Erasmus point of view before I now give like general tips. So please, we are here to listen to you.
Sometimes in the Erasmus course, they might not request for motivational letter. They will just ask you a specific question to answer, just like other scholarships. But the thing is that I want to tell us or say from my own point of view, there is no premium, like how will I put it? Like there is no perfect, like 100% way to write this.
Yeah, everything is unique to you. There's no one way.
You. And it's even unique to the person that is
reading it.
So because the person that's going to ask, if you have applied for scholarships more than maybe once or twice, and you have seen that you collected essay from someone, you must have written accordingly how the person wrote it, but maybe in different language, and you still didn't get the scholarship.
Yeah, I've heard of people even like applied for, I think, was it not Chevening or so? They did not get it, and then no, they got shortlisted. They even got selected, but I think they couldn't take the scholarship that year or something like that. And then they applied again the next year, and the essay did not even move past the first stage. Because it's different people that are going to read it. What one person might think is amazing, the next person might be like, what's this?
What's this? Exactly.
So it's just that I feel like there are just some specific things that you might just note. But we're going to listen to your tips today. We must hear it. Tell us the magic that you did.
I don't even know my tips again, because all these years I've been using. First of all, know the course you want to apply for. Like, understand the very course. That's why I said always go to the
modules.
To the modules. If it's Erasmus, go to the module.
Even chevening, like
Even
you have to talk about the
yeah,
module.
exactly.
Commonwealth, most schools say first thing they should do is read the course, read the module, understand it. Okay, and then what's the next thing?
Now, I think the next after that, then you have to really understand why you really want to apply for that particular scholarship. Why? Now, sometimes you might just be like, oh, I don't really know why. But when you read the modules and the course, you will find some things like, okay, you can link what you are doing with what the module is all about.
Very important.
Yeah, exactly. So when you know why you want to apply for this scholarship or this course, understand why. So then next thing should be what motivated you. Like, this is what you are doing. I'm working in the agricultural sector. Now, having worked in the agricultural sector, just like me, I was working in the Ministry of Agriculture. After studying, I went for NYSC. I came out from NYSC. I was working in the food industry. I went to do my master's. After my master's, during my master's, I got a job. I was trying to get a lecturing job, but the thing, no
click.
No click. So as I know no person, so I got a job with the Ministry of Agriculture, one as agricultural extension agent. So I had to take the whole work with all my heart, like so back to the farm. Like, okay, no problem.
You went to the farm?
Yeah, I work in the farm.
If you tell anybody that, they're just gonna say, take my money. See, guys, you have to think of something that shows that you're inside it. For real.
Yeah.
You just have to, you have to.
Yeah. Because when we're telling our story, that was the reason why the EU in Nigeria, they came and they sent their video, their whatever, to come and take a video of me in the farm with my farmers. The video is on their site. See me.
Wow, they did a video of you with your farmers.
Yeah. So
exactly, and that's one thing I always say when I speak to scholars, like in interviews, there's always that it factor, that thing that shows that everybody zones in on the course they are studying. You just know that these people are obsessed with this course. For example, someone that someone in the creative space, they're already doing something. Like for me now, I have a creative brand. Somebody in the digital space was freelancing for entrepreneurs. There's not a lot of free stuff for people. Like somebody in the someone that got entrepreneurship. So Steven, he has been doing entrepreneurship since university. He was from a poor home. He started selling phones. This is someone that wants to study entrepreneurship. There's no how you will not hear all these kind of stories. You'll be like, this person is really, really dedicated to this course. So you need to think about what's that extra thing that you want to do that can help you. You were actually working in the farm with. If you tell them anything about farming, they'll be like, come and take my money.
Yeah, because I will always snap pictures there and I'll be like sexy.
Exactly, you have to go deep.
But the thing I was doing is to train farmers on good agronomic practices. So even during my chiefning interview, I had to the way I was talking.
You have to shoot that special thing inside.
Everyone was one of them was like, wow, you really have a deep knowledge of what you're saying. I said, yes. I agreed. I didn't say, oh, thank you.
You have to be confident as well. Even though in your mind, you're like, hey, God.
I said, I have really worked with these farmers for a very long time. I understand what they are going through. I understand what they really want. And that's why I want to study this course so that when I come back, I have to do
So your motivation letter, you talked about that you worked with farmers.
Yes, I stated my current experience.
Wow.
Because I think I did. Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to walk through it. So I just want that for somebody that wants to write their motivation letter. So what you're saying is the first thing they need to do is go check this course, understand it, check the modules, see how the modules connect to what they want to do and then what they've been doing.
Exactly. If you have a research work, still connect it to it. Find a way. I wanted to find a way to connect my research, the one I published online, to the particular course I was studying. I don't know how to do this. So I looked at the models. I'm going to read that very line for us so we will understand that. I will just,
Okay.
I believe that everybody will listen to me. And I had to figure out, okay, I went and read the model. That's why I keep saying read the models.
As in,
one of the
it was even my module that gave me idea for all my essays. Like, you will just find the story in that module. You just have to.
Exactly. So one of the models helped me to understand to link what I did in my project. So I was like, the first paragraph, apart from the first paragraph that just introduced the reason why and then the masters, then I was like, my strong interest in the food identity is a statement to my conviction that health and safety of the population are greatly dependent on the quality and quantity of food they produce. That's all they consume. I grew up in a community where hunger, Nigerians now, we talk about our poverty. So illnesses were prevalent because foodborne illness is prevalent in Nigeria, but we don't really take good care of it, which created in me the desire to contribute to eradicating those problems. Also, I realized that even though millions of humans go to bed hungry, over 40% of foods, including fruits and vegetables, I had to bring in fruits and vegetables produced for human consumption are lost yearly. That's food loss. As a result of this,
did you put percentages though?
I put percentage, like over 40% of food. I saw it in...
That helps as well, guys. Like, put percentage.
Even when I was doing my evening interview, I was quoting the thing. Like the interviewer was like, "How do you know?" I said, "I told them I read articles from FAO because of what my interest is. I always use my free time to go to their website."
This girl, guys, I hope you are learning. This girl is just there. So for real, percentage shows that you've done research.
Correct. They could go and verify. Yeah, definitely. It's not that I use my spare time to read, but that very moment of the application, I ransacked the website. So, but will you say that because of the application you read it, you just go with your free time? Like
my own percentages, I saw it on my school website. Like, as I say, that you need to go for that school website. Like, even because the school is going to want to market the course to you. Like, they're going to try to market it to the general person, not even scholarship people. So you will read the things they are saying, why that course is important, all the amazing things, and learn and see how you can put it inside. Like, and you know how to tell them that it's a school you heard it from. You just know it. You researched it, and that's that.
Exactly. So if I may continue, then after saying that, I said, as a result of this, I chose an undergraduate research that aimed at preventing food wastage incurred from fruits like banana and the underutilized cashew apple fruit. I called it an indigenous food because I found out that the course is more about traditional food of origin, indigenous food. That was the reason why I called cashew an indigenous fruit.
Wow, so you should put their keywords in your essay. Put the things they are saying, fix it in the essay.
Exactly. Indigenous fruits, cashew apple, through processing into shelf-stable products, owing to their rich nutritional benefits. After the formulation of this product, I analyzed the nutritional and the sensory qualities. These sensory qualities in Italy. I mentioned these sensory qualities because in Italy next year, from January, we are going to be studying sensory evaluation as a whole.
And you said that in your essay.
So I put it in my essay that I've done something like that. Like I did something like that in my BSc. So in my research, so sensory qualities of the products, which showed high nutritional value and moderate consumer acceptability. Then in brackets, I put my DOI, the publication. I don't know whether we understand this. So the DOI is the link to the publication on the journal.
Also, you linked in your statement of purpose.
Exactly.
Okay, nice.
So then I talked about my experience. All these things have like a flow. Like as an agricultural extension agent working with the rural farmers in Anambra State, I have closely observed that a lot of local food with huge health benefits are underutilized and wasted by the masses. You see, this one was not related to what I was doing as an agricultural extension agent. I was training on good agronomic practices, but I have to bring up that I observed something while working in the rural community, that a lot of food were wasted. So, because whatever they're trying to do here in the course is trying to process agricultural products into shelf-stable products, you get? So
I get you.
That's how I linked it. So this became a huge concern to me as a food technologist. I brought in my BSc study plus what I was currently doing. Because if those products are processed and preserved for other uses, it will be of great benefit to farmers, the processors, and the consumers as well. Then apart from my undergraduate study in food science, I have engaged in few online courses that are relevant to my chosen course, as stated in my CV. I could not mention them because there is no space.
There's no space to say that, yeah.
My CV. So that kind of thing, and I continued, I believe the experiences, that's it. So it depends on what you actually want and how you want it. So link any opportunity or any experience you really have, link it to what you really want. And then
someone is asking how to get access to. So how did you find those online courses that you did? Is there like a specific place to find them?
Well, when applying for the scholarships, I found out that some schools have online courses like University of Reading, University of...
and they are free?
They are free.
Wow.
Okay, futurelearn.com. Let me send it. Futurelearn.com offers some learn. I think the University of Reading course was on FutureLearn, but I did it. So when I got there for the first time, I found out about other courses and then engaged in them relating to my course. Then Coursera also is there too to explore. And there's another one, EDTS or EDS, I can't really remember the name, but ED something. So these are,
I get you.
Another thing is that I found some courses from my connections, like my networks.
So people shared them to you?
Yes. Also, Queen's University Belfast had an online course in FutureLearn. University of Reading had an online course in futurelearn.com. So that the first time I found about the course for Queen's University, it's a graduate of Queen's University that told me, this course might be good for you. And then he sent it to me and I registered for it. That's how
I just even realized that I did not even add what I wanted to add. So in addition to what she said for the motivation letter, personal statement, I feel like you should understand what the school is about and see maybe ways you can add value to the school. I feel like that also helps. Say, okay, apart from like the academic sides of things, so I don't know about extracurricular activities or clubs or maybe research work, things that you can plug into. Exactly. So that I know that, okay, you just don't want to come and learn, but you want to come and give value back to the school. Do you understand?
So you know what the school wants and what they really like their students to engage in. Most of these US schools, they like it when you say something about their school. So
exactly.
If you have
and you can even like hype the school.
Then some UK schools too. Some schools in the Europe too. But the thing is that if there is no space, just know the priority. And then there is something I want to say about writing motivational letter and essay questions in Erasmus courses. When you are in the course website where you apply for the scholarship, the site the school provided, one thing I advise people is, first of all, when you visit a site, go to the frequently asked questions. That point is a very important spot. That's a very important spot you should visit. before going to ask anybody question. Read all of them, like even to the dumbest question. Read it and know what they wrote. Open all of them. Then for the motivational letter, you will see where they will just tell you, I don't know, people like Afepa, I think, or any other can just say motivational letter, 300 words. You don't know what should contain in your motivational letter, because I believe that each school has what they really want you to see.
Exactly.
Then
you
go to that frequently asked question, click on motivational letter. It's there. That was the time
I dropping gems.
What the course I'm applying, I am doing now, not under their frequently asked question for motivational letter, is different from what another school said, like another course said entirely. So know what they want there. That's where you will know what you really going to say, and then say it.
Okay, someone has a question.
Financial plan? I don't know about this, honestly. But have you indicated that you want to apply for a scholarship? Oh, I think I remember. Financial plan. I cannot, how did I put it? I cannot study in the Europe without a significant financial support, and of which I depend on Erasmus Mundus scholarship. Say it there. I don't know, but I think I remember that's what I did. Financial plan. I don't have any other financial anything other than Erasmus Mundus scholarship.
Okay. So before we go into their questions, I'm trying to just see if there's anything left. Are you having any issues like with the language though? Because I know that they are not English-speaking countries.
Yeah, one of the things that pursue Nigerians from applying for Erasmus is the language barrier.
So how is it exactly?
Some of the Erasmus courses are taught in English, and then apart from that, the society and the environment, you will be lost. Like in France, oh my God, everybody speaks French. You hardly see someone, they don't even like to speak English. I think one thing about Erasmus Mundus scholarship is that if you are really passionate about learning another language, it's one of the schools, it's one of the scholarships you will apply for. I will tell you the truth. You see this book, for the beginning of the year, I wrote what I wanted, and a new language learning was included, and at the beginning of the year. So when I got the 2 scholarships, it helped me to check what I wanted and then made my choice. So it depends on what you want. If you cannot do it, but let me tell you something, it got to an extent. One very day, it was a challenge. Like one very day, I was feeling so bad. I said, oh my God, I would have just collected chimney and just be speaking.
Are you serious?
This, like, which kind of life have I come to live here? Like, I could not even come. But the thing is that the joy of it is that this was I had the passion to learn the language, and then I had to learn it. So I consoled myself, see babe, this is what you're going to do. You don't have you've spoken English for how long? How many years are you? That's the years you've spoken English. So it's time to learn another language. Because when I came here, I think I should be among the very few that speak only one language. That's only or only your mother tongue. Because naturally we speak English, like you grow up, they speak it in nursery school, you just be speaking, and whether it's correct or not. But the thing is that Nigerians, we have to really step up, like start learning another language. Honestly, if I had known, I would have taken my French language lesson.
I know, right? Taking it more seriously.
As in very serious. If you are a parent here, or if you have a child or anything, if you are even as a youth, please, you can start using Duolingo. I know a colleague of mine that didn't start his Erasmus study this year because of Corona. They postponed their own to next year. The guy can speak French more than me now because
wow,
months. Now I've been in school. There is no time. We are trying to do reports, assignments, laboratory work, and this. But he has the time. He's learning with app.
Wow.
And there is this French coffee break we used to do for Erasmus as in my set every Saturday morning. Sorry. Then the guy speaks. He's the one that corrects us that are in France. You can imagine. So you can do it. Just start learning something.
Okay. Do you have to come back for Erasmus? Because I know some scholarships require you to come back. Do you have to come back to Nigeria?
Someone smile for Jesus. No, you don't really need to. If you want to, you can, because they will give you your money. One thing about Erasmus is that other scholarships pay for your flights, right? They book the flight for you, you go, and you don't see any money. You come, they start giving you your stipend. But this one, they give you your money, which is the sweetest part. So you can even book the cheapest flight and have your balance. Boku.
Wow.
So in the second year, they will still give you your go back home transportation allowance, which is enough for you to go back. Like, it's extremely enough. It's even like the amount you can use to buy something for all as in some of your village people, like, you understand. So they'll give you your money. If you want to go back, you go back, but you are not obliged to go back.
Wow.
You can stay and search for opportunity. Depending on the school, you got your visa.
That's good.
Depending on the country, because it depends on the country you spend the number of months that a student's post-study visa can be given to you, that kind of thing. So for me, I'm spending, my course is basically in France. So I'm using I'll basically use the French post-study or something. Yeah, they should have. They have. So that's how it is in other countries. Countries that have, because it's not all the countries in Europe that have.
Yeah, I get you actually.
Exactly. So that very person that is asking me which university, that brings me to that. Which university you want to follow, like the path. Now you have to consider as a Nigerian, check the school, the country that gives that post-study visa, like opportunity to find work, so that you can use it, because that's the first country we apply to. And after study, you should have a visa.
Okay, so I know that you applied for, you said about 50 plus scholarships.
Yeah,
and you kept applying year in, year out. So I know that you've learned from the process, because you have done this over and over. And this same year, like 3 years ago, you were not getting scholarship, but this same year you got 2 major scholarships. And the first thing, exactly 2.5. So the first thing I want to know is, what do you think gave you an edge this year? What do you think you were doing wrong previously that you did right? Do you think you were doing anything wrong previously, or what do you think gave you an edge this year? And then the second question is, what motivated you to keep trying? Because I know how sad rejection is. The rejection I had a year ago, I said I'm not doing it again. But I still tried again this year. But you tried continuously, like, because I remember speaking to you, and then you said even when you got the Erasmus selection,
Commonwealth,
that you were sad about something and you were still applying.
Yeah, I was sad about the Commonwealth application.
So I need you to tell us this story, because I know that people need to be inspired, because I know there are people here that maybe they have tried before and they failed, or they might be scared. So I need you to just talk to, what do you think, basically?
Okay. First of all, I will address the question of what motivated me, because I think later you remind me the second question, because I think I've forgotten.
No problem.
So what motivated me? Honestly, I started the journey. Yeah, the 50 plus scholarships, it's true. Because
how did you even find those scholarships, before I forget? Because I know that people will be like, 50? Where are the scholarships existing?
Okay, the thing is that information is online. Fully funded scholarships. There are plenty blogs that provide information about that.
People always ask that question. That's why I always like to ask scholars, because
just like
it's
I
online.
Said, it's online. Then on Facebook, you can see me online on Facebook. Or it's now you will see me online replying to pictures, posts, and I don't do that. Like, I'm not interested in your response or in any post or whatever. You can see me online for 2 hours. You will just be sending hi. I will not respond to you because I am on a particular page trying to find information. So all my eyes are stick on. My dad called me TikTok.
So like scholarship pages on Facebook, Instagram.
Exactly. You have to just keep searching. Then I connected with a lot of people. Once I see you as you are fine like this, Faith, and it looks like this environment is not Nigerian environment. I'm more add friend.
I know, right? I followed scholars. Don't see what they are doing. Let me just know.
Even Lillian, there is this Shivnin alumna. She's my very good friend and sister right now.
Oh, who is that?
Lillian.
Oh, okay.
She didn't know that the way I followed her. I have her pictures even on my phone. I will save the pictures and be looking at them like, oh my God. I wish.
You know, right?
That kind of thing.
So I'll be checking Chosen for Chevnin. I'm saying, God, I'll be holding this thing one day.
The way I follow, like the way I read about her on her page, if I tell her about herself, she'll be like, how do you know? She used to call me winch.
Wow.
Igbo is winch.
Even LinkedIn, I will check people's biography, all their publications, the work they are doing. I'll read the story.
Exactly. So the information is there for you on groups. Just like I told some people now, I sent that very link. You can like the Nigerian Erasmus page. I've shared it lots of time on my page. Then they provide information on how to go about your application process. All these groups and links and helped me to, even WhatsApp groups, helped me to find more scholarships to apply for, and then to know what to do. And then reading and then searching online, because you may not want to tell everybody you are applying for scholarship. So you do it by yourself because your village people might be monitoring your head. So you want to hide.
Village
so that when you blow like this, they say, hey, when did it happen? Like, hey. So you use the Google, find a lot of them online. Now, Commonwealth Scholarship contributed to the amount of scholarship I applied to. I found out that you can apply for more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can choose 5, I can choose 6, I can choose 7 in any year. Do you understand? So now all these were what contribute. There is MasterCard, there are
Ireland, Sweden, German,
New Zealand,
Australia.
Swedish Institute Scholarship. Guys. These are when you say I apply.
Even school specific, there are school specific scholarships.
Because Canadian scholarship also contributed, like all those they are applied to supervisor. I did them.
Wow.
Okay, so now why doing that? Why finding information?
So what motivated you? You were getting rejections. You kept applying.
I was getting rejections, but I kept on applying because. Honestly, I'm already concluding, like I've almost concluded my master's in Nigeria. Like maybe I'll do my defense, I don't know, but that one should be done by next year, before the middle of next year. Now school has resumed because what delayed me was ASU strike. I would have finished before coming here. So the thing was that I've already done masters in Nigeria, but I was not satisfied with the kind of knowledge I want to be equipped with in order to do something. Honestly, I really needed an international master's to, like, for example, what I'm studying here, a lot of things that I did theoretically in Nigeria that I
doing practical.
didn't see the practical. I'm doing the practical. I see a lot of equipment. I'll be like, what are they using this one for? Oh, I saw it in the diagram of this textbook. You see, diagram of a textbook or material. Get that kind of thing. So this is what I really wanted. If I want to go into the academics and research, I really want to pour on students what, like, all the knowledge they really need. Because I wouldn't want to be a mediocre, even if I come back to Nigeria to teach or to lecture.
You want to be different.
Want to be that special lecturer that everyone wants to be supervised. Every student wants me to supervise them, that kind of thing. And then with this, you'll be able to do something in Nigeria, like not just being a classroom teacher, lecturer.
Yeah.
You understand? So I read more about some of the lecturers that have a lot of things influence in the food sector, in the agricultural sector. So it motivated me and I kept on pushing. Also, because
So it's your goals that motivated you?
Yeah, my goals. So every year I used to have something to write, like what I really want. But the scholarship is always there, but they keep on not being achieved. But I kept on pushing, like, okay, I will cry. They are very heartbreaking. Commonwealth especially if you apply for, I think in my second year, I applied for, I don't want to say the number, but let's take it as 11 plus. So that very year,
your strength is crazy.
All of them. Because how you will know is that the very day they will send a message to your referee for reference letter. That means
that's how you know whether they are selected.
No, nominated.
Nominated, okay.
Nomination, the final selection. But nomination, at least you are placed on reserve or you have been nominated. So it's neither of them. So that very day I got this, I cried. Like, I left everything I came to buy in one shop like that. I cried so much. I went back home. But what happened? It ended. I started another one, like, clear your
Which kind person?
International degree. Like, you need it.
Wow.
Because when I found out that in the UN space, mostly if you have this international masters, because some of their courses are linked to sustainable development and all that, you will see that they have more, they are very competitive. Like, those people that studied abroad are more competitive in this space. So I said, okay, now I really want to have an experience in this UN, FAO, like, not be people who get forehead, they do on one head there. So what do I need? I need an international master's. My Nigerian knowledge may not be enough, so I really need this. I need another language, because when you go there, they will say added language, one UN language is an asset. I say, oh, French. Because at least every Nigerian basically.
I think you're even answering someone's question.
At least you can say
Steve.
Je m'appelle. At least every Nigerian can say Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle. I mean, we even know what Je m'appelle means.
Exactly. So I said, okay, let me choose French. It's very similar to what we have been doing. So that kind of thing. I kept on pushing. See, I've stayed in Nigeria and I've been working, like, the job I was doing was not going to give me enough money. Like, if I'm not living with my parents, I'm going to, how will I survive with this kind of amount of salary?
Yeah.
So I don't even have an option. I have to improve myself.
I get it. So is your goals the quest for a better life?
Exactly. And to impact in my, like, majorly, because I like to do something in my country. Like, sometimes I tell someone, because one of the reasons when I was trying to choose my course, I looked at the possibility, the course I'm doing now. I already have a master's, so I should have maybe just picked one year master's. But the thing is, I looked at this particular course. It will give me an experience of what I never did in my 7 years.
Wow.
Because my BSc and my master's, it's 7 years, 5 years BSc, 2 years master's. So
wow, your course was 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years. Now I regret why that course is 5 years. I wish I can effect something, like make something happen so that they will start doing it 4 or 3 years, because it's not worth 5 years in Nigeria. Yeah. So after that, I had to look at this course. It has these very things I need to close up the knowledge gap I had in my 7 years in UNN, and then it will still lead me to this particular agribusiness, international trade policy, food security, combining the food science, food security, trade, agribusiness together. So, and there is this new concept that the FAO has been proposing to developing countries. GI, geographical indication, is a part of intellectual property, whatever. So I saw that Nigerian is yet to embrace this. Now this is a good opportunity for me to play a role. I'm the first to study in this particular school and this particular course, chosen for Erasmus in this particular course. So now I should even be the one to have this knowledge to do whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I looked at it because your home is your home. Your home is your home no matter what. So I looked at the possibility now. If everything happens, I'm coming back to Nigeria, right? I should still have a link to whatever I want to do and do it well, like a good job. If I'm going to lecture, no problem. I lecture with experience, which this course will give me in my first semester, closing the gap that I didn't get in UNN. Like I used a lot of laboratory equipment here because I studied food science, but I didn't do much of laboratory work. But here, boku, like it's so much. Yeah. So now, and the other one, policy, trade policy, international agribusiness. So it's going to mix up the two things and bring me to a particular career. So it was like, yeah, and I had to find out, alumni are working currently in FAO, in UNIDO, so there is a bright future, like, so I had to take it up. So that if I'm going back to Nigeria, I will be equipped with something I can do as maybe I lecture, or if I'm going to the research area, I have the research experience because it's 2 years master. If I'm going to the NGO space, I still have something like it's. That was the basis of my choice, and these were what I wanted that made me to keep applying and applying and applying, because I know it's very heartbreaking. Like you must have tried once or twice or 3 times. Like me, it was the very third year. I told myself that if I don't get this one, what am I going to use my life for? Like, if I don't get scholarship this 2020, this 2000, what am I going to actually do?
That's one thing I realized, that most scholars
I've already planned my, if I don't get, I had planned it in the beginning of the year. If I don't get, one thing I will do is to learn another language. If I don't get, one thing I will do is to find another job, complete my master's, maybe now start applying for PhD. There is no relentlessness. Like now I have my MSc in Nigeria and I didn't get, if I don't have the scholarship, I will just I'll migrate to PhD.
Yeah.
Start applying, like that's it.
Somebody was asking, okay, I will still get to the second part of that question, but I just want us to quickly answer their questions. There are about 2 questions. The first one is why you chose Erasmus over Chevening.
I've said it. I've answered all these.
I think she has answered it though. It's basically all these things that she said. But I know you mentioned that Erasmus is 2 years, the opportunity to come back. You wanted to learn another language, so Erasmus gives you an opportunity to do that. So it's about you.
What you want.
It's not about which one is better.
Yeah, exactly. It's about what you.
It's about what
it. I can't tell you. Like I know that very time, Faith said it's not a tough decision to make, but she has her own reason. But that very time, it was actually hard for me because there are a lot of things I was considering. I was considering 2 things. Like I know there is a possibility for me to come back to Nigeria because home is home. If you're going to impact anything, you can still do it in your hometown. That's the reason why I left. But because anytime I see things happening in the agricultural sector, food sector, it used to pain me. I know that our grandfathers are still there. We don't really have opportunity to penetrate and do whatever we want to. But with time, we are going to get there. Because me, I believe that at my young age, I will get there too. Yes. So that's it. And then it depends on what, like I just told you that this book, I wrote something here on the 4th of January 2020, which really helped me to decide on the scholarship I wanted. There are things I wrote that when I look at, okay, no, and I needed so that kind of thing. So a lot of things can determine.
It's about you, honestly. It's about you. For me, it's related to my industry.
All the achievement scholars questions, like previous scholars, I called the alumni of my course and asked them a lot of questions. I wasn't asking them for them to help me determine which course I would go because, I know that I didn't really see any Shina that told me to go for chimney. I'm sorry to say, but of the 3 people I asked,
they said you go for Erasmus.
A Democrat, like one guy was just, the other 2 were just like, Then for the other one, for Erasmus, but I didn't want, I wasn't making my decision based on whatever they said. I was making my decision based on the information I wanted to get from them. Then I kept them. One very day, I was like, today I'm going to make up my mind because I had to. Then I sat down and wrote out all the things, the 2 of them, and started, then made my final decision.
So it was really more about her, what she wants, as opposed to the scholarship.
Exactly, what you want your future to look like.
Then somebody asked, is having a second language compulsory for Erasmus?
No, it's not. It's not compulsory. Most of the courses are taught in English, so you don't really have a problem. The only thing is that you just want to come to the country and be, bonjour, ça va bien, oui, yeah, je vais bien. So you just speak and you just want to come and then mingle, like, connect with the society.
Okay, so for the question I asked, so what do you think helped you this year? Because you applied for many before, you didn't get them, but this year you got 2 major scholarships.
Okay, in the process, the first applications I made in Commonwealth, if you see them, oh my God, you said to be like, where is this one coming from? Like, it's just
like, what's this?
Even though I read a lot of, even a scholar gave me, one of the scholars that one of my first mentor, she was like, okay, use this. She didn't have time. She just said, use this and look, because Commonwealth scholars, they can share their essay without thinking twice, like, collect. So this lady, she gave me her essay. So I looked at it, I wrote, she reviewed my essay, but just like I told you, you can collect someone's essay, write accordingly, like use her flow, maybe in your own aspects, use her flow, but you will not still get the scholarship. So it's not about it's about who is reading it, which course are you applying for, what's your story and all that. It's dependent on all those things. Then after doing that, I had a good essay. Like I had a good essay because I used I used a first class essay to write. Now on this journey, I will tell you the truth. If you're a second class graduate applying for Commonwealth and you got a first class person's essay to write your essay, or maybe to see, please can you send me your essay to see, collect, and you see. Now you will see that after the whole process, you get your essay and get a first class essay, first class applicant's essay. You look at it, you yourself, if you are a reviewer, you will know that the second class graduate said a lot of things, like poured out their motivation and everything in that particular essay. But the first class was carefree, like, oh my God, one time I read someone's essay, I was like, oh my God, what's this? Like, what's this? Like, so this person, so me, I don't like first class advice. Like anybody first class, don't give me your advice. Don't worry, I will not come to you. And then ordinarily, I like seeking advice from people in the same GG now, like second class, because first class, they are on this edge, like they are only competing with their first class applicants. Like, I don't know whether you understand. That's how I saw it. It's my job. It's my own simple suggestion. If you really want to do anything, try as much as possible. Those people that are in your own, like, I used to ask, please, did you graduate with the first class? If you say yes, okay, I'll just ask some questions and then I'll withdraw. And then I'll go to another.
So you think that first class gives people an edge? Does it give people an edge for Erasmus?
It really gives. We are very few second class upper that are Erasmus scholars.
Wow.
And there is a third class. Yes, but he based his application on his work experience.
Wow.
There is even a HND.
Wow.
Yeah. So these people base their application on their work experience. I don't know whether you understand. So
I understand what you're saying. So you feel like if you don't have like a first class, you need to ensure that your essays, your experience, you really hit it.
Yeah, like
so that you are not disadvantaged.
Exactly. But don't put it at the back of your mind that this is going to bring you. At a point, I wanted to think about that, but I didn't. I continued applying. Now, another thing is that comfortably, a third class should know the ones he can apply, and then please, achievement will give you a good edge as a third class. Second class lower.
Well, never say never. Third class, second class lower. You might, but you have to really write a lot.
Exactly. What I'm saying is that
you have to have done a lot.
What I'm saying is that there are people that have this work experience, and then they have done something in the community, but they made second class lower and they think they are disadvantaged. No,
you're not. You're not. No. If you have the experience, you're not.
Any scholarship, but when you're applying for achievement also, try and put all those community things you did there, because that's achievement is one of the scholarships I know that a second class lower with good experience
can get
comfortably as in compete with first class graduates. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth.
The focus is more on your work. Though I also feel like I think it's a balance, because there are some people that have like first class and their experience is not really that a lot, and they also got the scholarship. Yeah, and there are some people that have 2-2, they had to really work hard on their experience.
Exactly.
Some people that have 2-1. So I feel like it's competitive, especially
balance. So just like I said, there were
your strengths.
My essay did not have, like for example, achievement. There are things my essay did not have in my first time, and I had to improve. Like I had to start asking specific questions and see. Like now, I applied the STAR method in my first application, but in the second one, it was tired. It was tired than the other one. Like there was always.
Do you use the STAR for Erasmus though?
No, it's not. It depends on your question. I don't really. It depends on the question. Like in Chivnit's essays, they really require this story. Tell us. But in this one, they want a lot of things in one essay. So you can't come and be telling different stories. Like in Chivnit, they say your leadership is this. Now you have to state this result. What did you achieve, so that you will claim that you did this and that. But here, you just have to be very brief, even if you are using the STAR method for anything. Like if you want to tell a particular story, just like
go straight to the point.
Yes, just like I read in that very motivational letter I wrote, you will see that I brought out a problem about food loss and everything. I said how I used my research, my undergraduate research opportunity to focus my research on that, and then I gave the result of how the product I produced was, and then you see it was actually STAR, but it was brief.
I get you.
So just try as much as possible to improve. You have to ask questions, you have to read more, like spend time reading to understand what you really want to do.
Someone is asking about the nomination procedure. That the person needs clarification on that. And then somebody is asking whether you wrote Ielts. Yes,
I have Ielts. If you want to spread your tentacles in scholarship applications, you have to You really need to. Now that some scholarships have maybe removed it, no problem. But the thing is that I never wanted the situation
anything to affect you.
They will tell me you need Ielts, and in that particular scholarship I want to apply, I have other things and I don't have Ielts. Like, I said, let me write this, knowing that this is one step to scholarship journey. I have it. So at the year it was meant to expire, I got the scholarship.
Yeah.
So that's it. But I have a friend that have her own expired, but we keep pursuing. She had to write another one. So the thing is that just try if it's possible. If you really want to spread your tentacles, like any opportunity, you put your head. Any opportunity, you put your head. No problem, you can write. Don't believe what anybody tell you. I didn't write though, and I won't tell you not to write. I won't tell you to write. Just think twice.
What can you do? Can you afford to write it?
Exactly.
That's the question.
So if you focus on applications without Ielts, no problem. But me, I don't want any barrier. I never wanted any barrier. I want, so far you call it
50 plus,
fully funded scholarship. I put my head. Now, whether you require Ielts or not, I submit it. I have it. You having it on your table during my review may give me 1 mark. So whatever, like meet and carry and go on. That's it. But if you really want to not to write, no problem. Focus on the scholarships that will not want you to write Ielts, but it will give you much headache. Time you use and be looking for how to write your essay, you are using it to ask email questions. Please, I have this, I don't have that. Can I use this? You see now.
I get you. So somebody is asking, this was a question that was sent in the registration. The person said, what do I need to do to get at least one scholarship in 2021? She said, Juju.
Honestly, if you tell me that I will be studying, I will get a scholarship after my master's in Nigeria, I will not believe. But this year it was so heavy on my family. Everybody in the family knew that. Even at a point in January, my dad was like, something happened to my skin. So my dad was telling me, take your drugs seriously. It's not when you get to the embassy, they will disqualify you because of your skin or something. I was like, excuse me, like he was trying to say that I'm going to travel, but he didn't know what to do. Like, so everybody felt the whole thing. I don't try, and as I don't try, you just
don't try.
So the thing is that I didn't know that I will not get it in 2017, 18, 19, and I got in 2020. So I can't tell you what to do, but the only thing is that work hard, just like follow all the information we provided here. Try as much as possible. You really want this, want it, desire it, it will happen. Like
exactly what Steven said.
My own
you have
story,
to want
I don't pray my own story to be your own story, because my own story is so, it's not good, but it's my own story. After 2 years, now I have this UNN thing. So what was I doing in UNN? Wasting my precious time? No, but it's for good. You get? So it's for good. But maybe I was being prepared for something else. So if someone tell me that I wouldn't get maybe a lecturing job or maybe graduate assistant in UNN or somewhere, I would not still believe. But I didn't get. I got a farm job. Ministry of Agriculture.
But that farm job was key to helping you secure scholarships.
All the applications I made, it had to push me. Let me tell you something about connecting to people. I know I really did not have time enough for this, because I believe that it's best to communicate with scholars before they travel. When you start communicating with a scholar when they have already traveled, especially the new ones, it's not really easy. Hard for them. Now I don't really like. I have one of my colleagues, Erasmus scholar, told me today. I responded to her status. She told me that she was about announcing in the group that Chinaza is missing. I left WhatsApp. You will not understand. I had to open another one where only my class group.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I leave my phone, the phone I brought from Nigeria, at home. If I respond to all the messages I have, I will fail. I know. So the thing is that you have to source for a lot of information before you come to all these new scholars. Then you can meet the old ones. Like if you're looking for cheapening advice or anything, you can focus on those old ones that are maybe waiting to travel in December or travel back, that they are done. They can give you enough information, but we cannot really. But the thing is that there was something that happened that the reason why I brought up this. I was in my essays, I was talking about food safety. Because I'm passionate about food safety. So I was really talking about it, and my work experience was not discussed in that particular, all the essays I was talking about food safety. Now, it was just based on passion. Now, I met one of the scholars. I was telling him, look we had a long call. When you are making a call with scholar, don't just be saying, okay, yes, I will do that. What did I do? He called me on WhatsApp. I said, no, sorry, I can't hear you very well. Network is shaking. No network was shaking. Maybe network was shaking anyway, because Nigerian network can be very bad. But my mind was to cut that WhatsApp and call him on normal call. Why? Because I wanted to record whatever thing.
Oh, wow.
So I had to record it, and then I called him. You should just know how to. I know it's more like you will spend much, like both what do they call it? Credits, data. Yeah, it's one of the things you will have to invest on. So I called him and recorded everything we said. Now, during my second cheapening application, I keep my phone like this, and then I put it, listen to it, and I was typing my essay. I'll push back again, try to see, like he gave me a storyline, like, okay, what are you doing now? You're working in the farm. That's an asset, and you're a lady. Talk about women in farm, women in agriculture. This, that. I said, he now gave me a storyline, like follow this, follow that. That was why I needed to cut that WhatsApp call and call him on normal call, just to hear everything he had to say and repeat it. So I was repeating and writing my story. And after everything, I had a strong essay, and people helped me to do deep review, because I had to. Even
so you believe that
my essay, all the scholars, all the people that got scholarship that very year, 2019, didn't have time for us again. Now we applied together, but they didn't have time for us again. That's what I want to explain to you, that it's normal now, because it took me 2 weeks to decide to apply for cheapening again in 2000. After failing the first one, it took me 2 weeks to decide, okay, I'm going to apply for cheapening again. And when I was still deciding, all those people traveled. So they could not read my essay. Now, who read my essay? The person that read my essay is a friend of mine. I met him online. So because all my friends are all, like, I met them online. I can't boast of friends that I still have. Like, all my friends, like very good friends, the friends I met from Facebook, LinkedIn, like, and we developed a very strong bond like this. Okay, now this, my friend, helped me a lot. He's very good in English. Me, I'm not so good, like, but he's very good in English. So he helped me a lot too. He got to the interview stage of cheapening, but he didn't make the final list.
Wow, and he still helped you. The person
that helped me to review my essay, he was the one. But he understood everything. Someone that gets to the interview stage have already known what they want. Do you get? So I said, he's going to be the one to read he helped me, he read my essay, we changed a lot of things. He helped me so much. Structured the English, brought down he would tell me, okay, do this, do it and send to me. I will do it, send to him. He told me, okay, do this. That was how I was doing. So one of the things I wanted to push me to accept cheapening is because I spent a lot of time applying for cheapening. Why this one was just 1 week, I was done. You get? So, but the thing is that he helped me. So if you can still get someone that will, the first thing I wanted to talk about is that advice from a scholar. Now you have to change from this particular thing to focus on your agricultural experience, and that was what I did, and everything changed. Everything changed automatically when I changed the storyline. I left the food safety and entered the experience, my agricultural experience in the farm. So that's it. Exactly. So it's very good. You get this kind of information. There was the very first person I tried to mentor. I asked him a lot of questions. What the guy told me to do, Naza, write 5 examples of your, like, for achievement, leadership. Just write. Don't look at number. After writing, we looked at all the examples and chose 3 and then modify them. Do you see? So that's a deep mentoring that he had all the time for me. Why? Because he now later got a job that will still take him abroad.
Wow.
In Nigeria. So he told me he's not continuing with the race. So he will focus on me. So that's it. And we tried as much as possible to improve on different essays and get information. Like when you are when you are trying to contact someone, ask the person specific questions. Don't come and ask me, can you tell me more about it's very painful that I will leave everything I'm doing and pick up my phone to see, can you tell me about them? I expect you
to have done the research.
Exactly. Now, when you are asking about something like residence, how to get my residence, I will know that exactly you have really gotten to an extent that this is a specific question. I did this, I did that, but it cannot work. What is the next step? That kind of thing. What do you think I should I write this story or this story? You present the choose for you the one that fits more. So these are the kind of questions and not general questions like you should find online.
Okay. Let me just add to that because it's actually 2 hours. I know that you have like some stuff to do. I just want to add to that because I know that there are people here that will want to get a scholarship in 2021. The honest truth is, like she said, it's not automatic. Like we cannot explicitly tell you that you will get a scholarship, but we can tell you things that we believe can greatly improve your chances. Like I applied twice for Chevening. The first time I was longlisted, second time I was selected. But before that time, I had been doing like a whole lot of things. I had not been making applications, but I had been researching, I had been building my experience. So if you have a strong experience in like you have like a very wild work experience in terms of, and it's basically diverse. So not just one kind of work experience, maybe volunteering, maybe 9 to 5, maybe your own stuff, basically. You need to have like a wide array of work experience, maybe attending events, boot camps, like, so that when you are writing things, and like she said, publications, courses, like you need to have a lot to say, because I feel like the more variety of things you have, the better your chances. So you need to have that first. So if you know that you have that, because I feel like, I don't feel like if you want to apply for scholarship, you decide this year, you must apply this year, you must get it this year. I feel like it can be a long-term process. So you don't have to say you're doing it for 2021. You can do it for 2022. And this next 1 year, use it to build the experience if you don't have. But if you now have, like she said, once you've done that, go and research, read. Like, I feel like you should even print out everything and paste it and know, okay, what does this one want? And I don't even advise you apply for one if you really want to get at least one. I'll say at least 10. Let me just be very honest. If you want to improve your chances, and it's still not automatic.
Increase your chances, the higher the risk, and the higher the heartbreak if you don't get them.
Yeah, because imagine getting rejected from 10. You just cry. But I feel like the more you do all of these things, the better. So aside from that, scholars as well, I feel like one thing you should do is go and read about the people that have gotten it. Who are they? Like the Chevening scholars for last year and year before, I literally followed most of them on social media. I connected with them on LinkedIn. I went through their work. I went to their company website, their brand website, all their experience. I was just reading into to have an idea of what these people are looking for. And then, obviously, scholars will give tips, like what we're doing right now. Like, you just want to pay it forward. Go and read all their tips. You will get something. Don't go and read too much, because you not get to a point where you're confusing yourself. But, like, at least read a considerable amount. I read a lot of what people had said. And then you need a team. So the first time I got rejected, I was doing, I'm bad by myself, I'm bad. Get people to read your essay. Maybe your friends, your family. If you can get a scholar, perfect. Get someone outside of you to read all your essays. It's very, very important so that they can tell you what you're missing, what you've not put inside. I'm trying to think of something else as well. Like she said, also try and improve your chances. She deliberately wrote Ielts so that it won't even affect her. If you don't have the funds for that, you can leave it. Just ensure that you apply. And that's another thing I'm even
I didn't have the fund, but I saved my NYSC. During my I would just tell you a story. During my NYSC, I denied myself of a lot of things. From going to KFC, and then from going to Mr. Beast, my friends were visiting different places in Lagos, but I was stingy to myself because I had this money and I was using it. I was saving for something. I didn't have a laptop. I was borrowing laptop. If you read my story on Facebook, I posted my story on Facebook, and LinkedIn, my scholarship journey. I wrote all these things. Like, it wasn't easy. I started without a laptop. Like, let me not be a motivational speaker, but I didn't start with a laptop. I got this laptop and partial funding for laptop and for my Ielts from a friend on Facebook. You always online, this, that, what? I said, because I'm always with my phone. I'm always pressing. Why? An elderly man. Why? I tried to find information for this. After telling him, he said, you really need a laptop then? I said, yes, I really need. He said, okay, don't worry. Whenever he's coming back, he will get me a laptop from Europe. I was like, but when you're coming back, I don't like begging, but I don't even know him. So how will I come and tell him what I want? But because I really needed this laptop, maybe God wanted to answer my prayer one kind of walk. I was like, but that will be fun now. Like, even me, I need it right now. Like, I will just find a way to get laptop anyhow. So, anyhow, he was not asking me about my life with guys. I said, no, I don't do anything. So if my mom or my dad can't get me one, I will use my Alawi. It was like, but it's not enough. I said, it's not enough, but I will just manage. But if you really can help me, I will appreciate it. I just said it like this. And then, he sent me half of the money I used to buy my. He said, complete the rest.
Wow.
And that was how I got a laptop. So the thing is that
you have to be willing to work for what you want.
Then my Ielts, I still went back after some time. I want to write this exam, it will help me. I communicated all my desires and intentions. I said, okay, so you want to write it, and because he used to call me prof. Professor Nata. So he said, okay, don't worry, you will write it. If that's the only thing that is preventing you. He completed the thing for me.
Wow.
I write down. So it's God. So can hold like that. Communicate what you want to someone, like someone, and some of my friends. I make senior friends more, so that they can help me out with one thing. I cannot be having all my friends the same. We are struggling for the same thing, and you want me to always, you have to keep good networks. I'm not saying that you should leave all your friends, no, but try as much as possible. Have an aim, like this is what you want.
Yeah.
You just know who can help. Communicate. They might not help really, but just say it. Many
don't know who can help you.
To give money or invest on. Even as long as they for a year, people are still looking for who to improve.
Yeah. So and finally, I forgot to mention this. Also, the course that you want to study is always best for it to be related to the experience that you already have. I feel like that will help. And then also ensure that the course that you choose in all these scholarships are courses that can impact people as outside of you, because they are going to invest a lot of money in you. They want to see that, this course this person is studying, this person can impact people in a particular community or in a particular state, or maybe even the whole of the country. So I feel like you also need to think about the course, because the course I applied for the first time, it was not me and myself. But the second time, it was related, but it was now more general. Do you understand? So the first time was, I think, creative writing, and it's very difficult to communicate why you want to study it and the impact creative writing might have in entire Nigeria. Then I thought of, okay, what experience do I have? I have been running a creative enterprise, even though it might not be the biggest brand in the world, or it might not make all the money in the world, but I have been running a creative enterprise and I want to use it to develop Nigeria. So that's why I studied MSc Creative Enterprise. So it's best you choose something that relates to your experience and something that can have a wide impact. And I believe that speak to scholars, do all the research, and then, like she said, ask the right questions so you can get enough out of these people. You don't want to be asking somebody, like somebody asked me, so what's the Chevening website? I said, hey, I'm not ready. Do you understand? Or you go and meet Naza and ask her, so what's Erasmus? Excuse me. Do you get? So for me, I made sure that I had done everything and I had specific questions. And it was just even one person I spoke to. And I had questions, but that phone call was very long. Like, I was just asking question upon question. I had this book as I was talking. I was jotting. Do you get? So I just feel like you just have to be ready. Like, I got to a point where everybody knows what they want. The reason why I wanted Chevening was because the British Council does a lot in my industry. So I'm like, I want to get like a connection in this way. So I was like, anyway, I'm going to keep myself on this thing. And so I was ready. Even this year that I got selected, I was ready to apply again and again and again. So I believe that you need to have that resilient spirit, like be ready to get it, like be ready to put in the work. And I believe that you'll be fine. There are some other questions that you guys asked, but they are quite specific to scholarship. So I saw things about Canada, I saw things about Sweden, Germany. It's best we bring people that maybe have won those particular scholarships, because we obviously don't know everything. We can just give you like general tips and stuff. And you get, I'm sure that we've learned a whole lot today. I have learned a whole lot and I'm so inspired. Like, Chinaza's story is just powerful. Her realness, like, we appreciate how real you are. We appreciate how you're telling us the truth, you're giving it to us. And I know how busy you are. Like, do you know how hard it was to get this girl? Hey, next week, next 2 weeks, next 3 weeks, I have one test, I have an assignment. I said, no, this girl must come and share her story to you guys. So I will share this link.
On Monday, from tomorrow, I have a project in another city, because Erasmus is all about moving one. Like, it's so stressful. Like, see, wow. I'm going to scare you now. It's very stressful. Now I'm planning for my exam. I have a project to attend to, like, the whole class from Monday to Wednesday. I will be traveling every day because of Corona. We cannot get accommodation. So we'll be traveling every day from 5:30, leave our rooms. Maybe you wake up 5 o'clock, prepare 6 o'clock, you should be in the school, 6 a.m. And then we travel for 2 hours, get to the venue, do all the practicals and productions and whatever we are doing, come back again, 8:30, wake up the next day, 6 o'clock, that's how we are going to do it for the 3 days. And at the end of the third day, we will have an exam. And that is another course on it too. So the thing is very stressful. We're also planning of traveling to the next country. Nobody cares. They want to find yourself there. We are giving you your whole money. Better find yourself there. Now, as a Nigerian, I'm thinking of using flight. It's so expensive because I have 2 boxes. Honestly, if I had known that this is how Erasmus is, I would have taken 1 box. Some of my friends have other scholarships like Commonwealth, Chevening, and I'll just be seeing them flexing clothes. Like, if I want to buy clothes, I have the whole money to buy it. But because I can buy it without thinking twice, like the amount, because
I get you.
But the thing is that I don't have anywhere to put these clothes. The more I add them, the more I can't move around. So I'm going to drop a lot of clothes I brought from Nigeria. Like, I will just look for charity and give to them, like, carry my life. If I have 1 box, it's very okay for me. 1 box, clothes, so boots, some footwears and everything inside 1 box. So it's very stressful. Now to enter a flight, I have to pay extra 10 kg, 75. Imagine. I know I have the money, but Nigeria, we cannot come and be spending that kind of money in Europe. So thinking of all these things and trying to fix your exam. Till the exam, there are lectures. You see, there is no time. All this is because Erasmus, we try to compress some semester because we are trying to complete a semester here and move to another place. That's why it's like that. Like you don't have the whole time to stay in the So that's why. So if you really want to face this challenge, apply for it. But if you are soft, me, I'm soft. I don't know why I put myself in all these things. Now, all my head is aching me. So it's really nice anyway. It's the experience, like.
But it's worth it. Like I'm actually really stressed. I would not even lie, like, cause studying in the UK, studying in Nigeria is different.
It's
like
different.
The list of things that you need to read, the type of assignments, the reference, like you will learn, but you'll be like, hey, who sent me? I sent myself. So just be ready. But I believe in you guys. If we can do it, you guys can do it. So I will share this link with you guys.
I'm just saying it's like
I get you.
Now Nigeria will be like, if I went, honestly, we were not stressed in school. BSc, all this our school, we were not stressed because you don't even do much practicals. What are you now being stressed of? This one you will stand for 8 hours, 7, 6, and after you come back, you will start writing reports on what you did, assignments everywhere. So your writing skills should even improve. Me that don't know how to, like, I try to fix writing so long. So just like if you are like me, you really need more time, but here there is no time. You just have to provide this report the next day. 15 pages, 10 pages. What are you going to write in 10 pages? So that kind of thing, but you have to be, but it's fine. Everybody will cope. Like you come, you do it, it's done. But I want to tell you that Erasmus is actually stressful. So if you are ready for the stress, traveling, booking flights, my head is aching me because I'm checking bus, flight, train, which one to go with because of my 2 boxes.
Wow.
So I have to discard one with all the clothes inside. I cannot even slay easily in Europe. Someone will be like, I was like, no, but like, what is slay? So I cannot slay. It's only 1 box I need to be traveling 4 countries in 1 year. So it's really bad. But the thing is,
all right, like God, I've learned a whole lot from you. Like if I was an applicant, I'm sure I'd have applied for Erasmus. But anyways,
be more like 200 this year. So
you guys should apply. Erasmus is not hard, though it's competitive, but don't let it scare you. If they can do it, you can do it, and we are rooting for you. I'll send this link to you guys. You can just drop I think I have everybody's numbers if you registered, but if you did not register, just drop your number so that I can forward the link to you as well.